Hi YouTube, it's Carrie, Lady VSG, here with a really quick week 30 update, I think it is. I forgot to check, so week 30-ish. I will double check before I title the video, so whatever the title says, that's what week it is. Today is Monday, November 2nd, 2015. I had my VSG surgery April 6, 2015 down in Tijuana, Mexico with Dr. Ariel Ortiz at the Obesity Control Center. I'm 5'7". When I booked the surgery, I weighed in at 301.8 pounds. The day of surgery, I weighed in at 272. And today I weighed in at 194. So those of you who watch the weekly videos, you'll know that that's a 2-pound gain from last week. But even more annoyingly, it's that yesterday on Sunday, I weighed in at 190.8. So it's a 3.2 pound gain in 24 hours, which, okay, I was kind of expecting to not really lose any weight this week because it's Halloween and I am ridiculous and I knew I was going to eat candy. Like that was just, and I've been doing so much better this year than in any other previous year where I would just gorge myself on candy. Like I am tracking everything in my Fitness Pal and I'm making sure that I'm budgeting. This is kind of embarrassing, but whatever. Like, I'm trying to budget, like, my 500 calories of, like, exercise calories every day. Because, typically I can get, around that with my steps and whatnot. And so, like, I've been budgeting that 500 calories just to be like, that's my candy calories, And so I've been eating, I don't know, like, somewhere between 3 to 7 or 8 of the little, like, the Halloween trick-or-treat sized candies, because, like, some of them are still 200 calories, and some of them are, like, 50 or 70 calories per thing, But I felt really good because I was tracking it, and I was making sure to stay on point, and I've been staying at, like, below, I mean, sometimes I'm just barely below my calorie cap on my Fitness Pal, but I was doing really well. And so I was really kind of heartbroken this morning when the scale said 194.8, because it was like, yesterday I was thinking, oh, I'm doing everything right, blah, blah, blah. Like, I made a plan and I stuck to it and I budgeted for my candy stuff. And then today it was just all, And honestly, I think probably what happened is that yesterday I worked a double shift. So I worked 16 hours from 2 p.m. until 6:30 this morning. I totally spaced and I didn't pre-make any kind of lunch or other meals to take with me. I did have I threw a bunch of Quest bars into my bag that I take to work. And I threw a bunch of jerky in there. Let me grab the jerky. Hang on just one second. So, like, one of my coworkers' daughters did a fundraiser. And so I love these, like, Tillamook Country Smoker is my favorite jerky. It's the best. And so I bought a bunch of these, and so they're, like, you can see they're good size. Like, it's like a foot long, It's 1 ounce. Each stick is 1 ounce. And they are, like, this one is 110 calories. This is the kippered smoked beef. And then not the Tillamook. They're all Tillamook. The teriyaki ones that I got, everything was beef. But the teriyaki beef ones, they're 90 calories per thingy. And I took 4 of them. I took 2 of each flavor to work last night. And so over the course of the 16 hours, I had all 4 of my jerky strips, and I had 2 or 3 Quest bars. And I think I had an Isopure or something for breakfast yesterday. But I mean, so, like, I stayed within my calorie range. I was getting good protein in. But thinking about it today, I didn't really drink any water yesterday. And jerky's pretty darn salty, which is, partially why it's so delicious. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe I'm just retaining a bunch of water because I ate a ridiculous amount. I ate 4 ounces of jerky yesterday, which 4 ounces is a meat serving, you know, like 4 ounces of steak or chicken or whatever. But again, jerky's really salty. So I'm kind of wondering if that's sort of what screwed me up, you know? So I'm trying to do better and like really focus on getting all my water in today and, you know, in the future because it's good to drink water. It turns out it's super great for you. I do notice that just in general, my skin is a lot nicer if I'm getting all my water in. It's less just, it's shinier. It doesn't look so old and dry, which, you know, makes sense because water's hydrating. So yeah, like honestly, I think that was my downfall was that I prepared in terms of what I was going to eat and making sure it was high protein and, you know, that kind of stuff. But then I didn't drink any water really. I had, at work, I took my travel mug of coffee. And so that's 16 ounces of coffee, which isn't really, you know, like if I drank enough water, the coffee doesn't usually throw me off that much. And then I drank I took a water bottle of the 0-calorie bubbly waters that I like to get at Safeway because they're like $1 or less than $1 a piece. So that was 20 ounces, and that was the only water that I drank yesterday. And I usually try to get in between 72 and 80 ounces of water a day. So I got in 25% of that. So that's, you know, I'm surprised I don't have a headache or just feel like crap anyway, just from the obvious lack of hydration. But honestly, I don't want to be that person that makes excuses when I screw up, because obviously I did something. I assume that it was the water thing, like the combination of all that jerky and no water. So we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna really focus on making sure that I'm getting my water in for the rest of the week to help flush out all that salt. And maybe next week I will have better results for you. So we'll see. Yeah, and if you guys have any tips or if you want to complain about Halloween candy or anything like that, feel free to do it in the comments. And I will check in with you guys next week. Bye.